People always believed that Yandy and Mendeecees were the definition of a strong couple. They were the ride-or-die pair of love and hip-hop, surviving prison time, cheating rumors, and messy business situations, no matter what came their way. Yandy stood by Mendeecees. But after what just happened in Atlanta, fans are questioning everything. Because what went down between them wasn't just another argument turned into a public meltdown. Broken glasses, screaming matches, security dragging Mendeecees out while Scrappy stood right in the middle of it. It started as a seemingly innocent date night. Yandy and Mendeecees pulled up to an upscale lounge in Atlanta, dressed to impress. She wore a designer outfit, looking flawless. He was freshly groomed, looking confident. But those who were there say it didn't take long to notice something was off. Yandy looked tense. Mendeecees was glued to his phone. Then Scrappy showed up and everything exploded. Now, if you know the history, you know Mendeecees and Scrappy have never had the steadiest relationship. They've gone from friends to frenemies more times than anyone can count. So, when Scrappy walked over and gave Yandy a warm hug, the vibe in the room changed instantly. Mendeecees' mood turned dark. And when Scrappy walked off, Yandy leaned in and whispered something that made Mendeecees slam his glass on the table. He asked her, "So this is how it's gonna be now?" But Yandy didn't flinch. She calmly said she didn't know what he was talking about. That answer pushed him further. He stood up, demanding answers, accusing her of playing dumb. But Yandy, keeping her cool, told him that if he really wanted to know what was going on, maybe he should ask Scrappy. That line hit hard. Mendeecees' face turned red. His hands were shaking as he leaned across the table, begging her to explain. But Yandy just looked him in the eye and said, "You already know." Security began inching closer, sensing things might get out of hand. That's when Mendeecees grabbed Yandy's arm, not aggressively, but enough to draw attention. She pulled away and told him not to touch her. Seconds later, Mendeecees completely lost control. He flipped the entire table, sending glasses and bottles crashing. Security rushed in to hold him back, but he was screaming at Yandy, calling her a liar, accusing her of making him look like a fool. Yandy didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just sat there, smirking, and repeated her words. "Go ask Scrappy." Security dragged Mendeecees out, yelling and demanding answers. Scrappy walked back in, looking confused, door pretending to. When Mendeecees saw him, everything boiled over. He shouted, accusing Scrappy of being the man Yandy had been sneaking around with. And here's the thing, Yandy didn't deny it. She looked Mendeecees dead in the eyes and told him maybe if he had been paying more attention, he would have known. Scrappy, cool as ever, simply shrugged and said, "It is what it is, bro." That's when Mendeecees tried to charge at him, but security held him back once again. Behind the scenes, Mendeecees is reportedly livid. According to people close to him, he's already contacted his lawyers and is preparing to cut Yandy off financially, emotionally, all of it. He feels betrayed not just by her but by Scrappy too. But Yandy, she's not hiding. In fact, the very next morning, she posted on Instagram, "What's done in the dark always comes to light." Fans were stunned. The question on everyone's mind was, how long has this been happening? Was Yandy really cheating with Scrappy this whole time? Why wasn't Scrappy denying anything? Sources say this drama is just getting started, and Mendeecees is ready to speak out. He wants to tell his side, and when he does, it could flip the entire love and hip-hop world upside down. That night, after Mendeecees was escorted out, Yandy didn't leave. She stayed in the lounge with Scrappy, sipping another drink like nothing had happened. One witness said Scrappy whispered something that made Yandy burst into laughter. It was clear this wasn't some new fling. It had been going on for a while. Later that night, Yandy and Scrappy were spotted entering a luxury hotel in downtown Atlanta. He had his arm wrapped around her waist, and they didn't care who saw. The following morning, Yandy posted another Instagram story, this time sitting in Scrappy's car while he drove. The caption, the same, "What's done in the dark always comes to light." Social media erupted. Fans started putting the puzzle together. Everyone realized Mendeecees hadn't been paranoid, he had been right all along. Yandy had been seeing Scrappy behind his back. Now it was all out in the open. The Shade Room, TMZ and Hollywood Unlocked picked up the story fast. Headlines exploded, Yandy spotted with Scrappy after fight with Mendeecees. Twitter was in flames. Some fans said Yandy had every right to move on. Others called her disloyal. But everyone agreed this was messy. Mendeecees, furious and humiliated, decided to fight back. After seeing the hotel pictures, he lost it. He started pacing around his house, yelling on the phone. Then he called a friend who runs a major Atlanta gossip site and spilled everything. He claimed Yandy and Scrappy had been secretly seeing each other for months, and that he had the proof text messages from Yandy's phone, confirming late-night meets and weekend trips. He had screenshots, receipts, even worse. Many of these meetings happened while Mendeecees was out of town, working hard to build a future for their family. He believed in Yandy, and she betrayed him when he least expected it. Erica Banks, someone who's been in their circle for years, allegedly knew the whole time. She even warned Mendeecees, but he brushed her off, thinking she was just causing drama. Now he realizes she was right, and the betrayal doesn't stop there, sources say. Yandy and Scrappy didn't even try to hide their connection from mutual friends. They were bold about it. That made the betrayal sting even more. But Mendeecees isn't backing down. He's reportedly in talks with a top media outlet to give a full, unfiltered interview about what really happened. And he's not stopping. Their rumors are swirling that he wants to confront Scrappy face-to-face at the next Love and Hip Hop reunion. If that happens, fans better buckle up, because it won't be pretty. Everyone wants to know, how long has this really been going on? Did Yandy and Scrappy think they could keep this a secret forever? And why hasn't Yandy even tried to deny it? Scrappy might be walking around like he won, but this isn't over. If Mendeecees spills everything he knows, it could destroy both Yandy and Scrappy's reputations right now. Mendeecees has gone silent on social media, but insiders say he's strategizing behind the scenes. He's thinking carefully about his next moves. Meanwhile, the producers of Love and Hip Hop are loving the drama. They're working overtime to make sure the cameras are rolling, because once this airs, ratings will skyrocket. But even with all that, there's still more going on behind closed doors. After those hotel pictures spread like wildfire, fans split into two camps. Some said maybe Mendeecees pushed Yandy away. Others said she crossed the line. For Mendeecees, it wasn't just about cheating, it was the public humiliation that hurt most. And that's what's driving his next move. Sources say Mendeecees contacted Mona Scott Young, the mastermind behind Love and Hip Hop. He demanded that Scrappy be removed from the show. He told her, plain and simple, it's him or me now. Mona is known for chasing Dramon, avoiding it. So she didn't immediately say no. Instead, she's reportedly planning a filmed sit-down between Mendeecees, Yandy, and Scrappy. No scripts, no filters, just raw emotion. And when that moment comes, fans won't want to miss it. Because what started as whispers of infidelity has now turned into a full-blown scandal. Careers are at stake, reputations are on the line, and the perfect couple, there. Now the center of the messiest breakup reality TV, seen in a long time. This isn't just drama, it's a war, and it's far from over.